If you go back, some of you do some reading, if you go back and you study Plato and Aristotle, way back in ancient Greece, there were market arrangements among, if you know the history a little bit, the different Greek city-states, Athens, Sparta, and the other ones. They would trade with one another. Trade is another word for market, because trade is, I'll give you 3 of these, you give me 2 of those. And so the question arose, gee, in a society like Athens, where Plato and Aristotle did their work, what will be the impact on our society, which is mostly people producing for themselves and consuming their own stuff, or if there's specialization, the leaders of Athens, the democratically elected leaders, would divide things up. What will happen if we don't have the old system, but we have this new distribution system, the market? And you may be surprised to learn that Plato and Aristotle, ready, hated markets, denounced them. And why? Because they destroyed the community. When people are at each other, constantly fighting, I'll give you 3 of these, but I want 6 of those, you just want to give me 5, I'm not going to do, I'm going to go find somebody else who's going to... This kind of relationship, this kind of haggling at every moment in which we interact with one another such that I want to give you the least possible and get from you the most possible, was a disruptive, asocial human activity that should be banned. So I always love it when people start with a speech about our great forefathers, intellectual giants of the great Western tradition, Aristotle and Plato, and then work seamlessly into a celebration of the status quo. We live in a market society. They hated market societies. And they're not the only ones. It's been disputed ever since. It's been disputed now. I just say that because before you take it that markets have always existed, they haven't. Human beings have done real well, thank you, for a long time without them. And when they came, they were fought over. To imagine that everybody today could or should or would agree with a market system simply not means you don't know much history. Okay, so we have markets. Next step, how is it all organized? Well, we live in a peculiar system that is not only market arranged, but we have a very peculiar way of organizing the production of goods and services that are then traded and distributed by means of a market. How do we do it? Well, let's see. We have work to produce a shirt, a microphone,